Wrapping up hour number 3 on this Tuesday edition of Wire to Wire. We appreciate you being a part of the show as we bring in Jerricho Cotchery, the new, I guess I can still say new, head football coach of the Limestone Saints. Coach, we appreciate you coming on the program with us for the very first time. Thanks for hopping on. Just want to start off with your time at Limestone. Obviously, you've been there for longer than just this offseason as an assistant, but talk about the transition as the new head coach of the Limestone Saints.
Well, first, I appreciate you guys for having me on. And, the transition has been great. It's been wonderful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Kelly Martin, our vice president for intercollegiate athletics, and Jeremy Whitaker, who was our acting president at the time, moved in a swift nature, to offer me the job. And I'm just really, really grateful for the opportunity. I've had a lot of support, along the way, and that's from, everyone around the university, and it's just been great. And so I got a wonderful staff. My guys, these guys do a great job. They love our kids. They do everything in their possible power, to help them succeed. And so everything has been really, really smooth for me, and just so many people to name, so many departments to name. When it comes to the support, I'm just really grateful for all of it.
Jerricho Cotchery joining us here on Wire to Wire with Diesel and Cole Bryson. Coach, you have a big name. You have a phenomenal career as a pro. You could have started as a position coach or an analyst at your alma mater, NC State, at an ACC school like that. Talk about your decision to start your coaching career at a smaller school level like Limestone, and why doing it that way, building from there, was important to you and more attractive to you.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't, thank Coach Mike Furry, who was the former head coach here and now coaching down at South Carolina. For offering me the job. He reached out to me, and I just came down to meet him. And once I stepped foot on campus, I just fell in love with the place altogether. It's really a special place. I've been saying that from day one, and nothing has changed in that respect. And it's really exciting, to be able to coach the players that I get to coach. It's really easy to be down there. It's a blessing and a privilege, to coach the players that I coach, and they make it easy each and every day with the energy that they show up with, the eagerness to learn and grow. I mean, it's just a really great environment to be a part of.
Coach, you brought up Mike Furry, and obviously with him transitioning to South Carolina as the receivers coach, was it easier for you to come into Limestone and continue the culture that was built because of what Coach Furry did compared to having to come in and, start fresh?
Well, I think I spoke to the guys last night. This is something that we've built, as a program. I mean, the players are the ones that build a culture. These guys have done a phenomenal job over the past 2 seasons, and then going into year 3 of me being here, of just embracing us and just making it their own. And so this environment is truly a family environment. Everyone that comes into it, whether they're a freshman or a transfer, they feel welcome, and they feel it seems like they've been here forever, just because of the guys that have been a part of this program and have built it to what it is. And so it makes it easy because we've had guys that have been a part of this staff going on year 3, and then guys that came in last year. They understand what the culture is because of what the guys have built, the players have built, and it's easy to have, players that have been in the program, 3 years now, and 3+ years now.
Jerricho Cotchery, new head football coach at Limestone University, joins us here on the Fan Upstate. We've talked to other coaches who played as pros, and it's common for coaches to tell us that young players, they love to test former pros. They love to test guys who played before them. You tallied 524 receptions as a pro, over 6,000 yards with the Jets, Steelers, and Panthers. How often do your players try to test you and see if you still got it? And talk to us about the weight that being an 11-year pro has with players and recruits.
Well, it's been a blessing. My guys, they don't try me on that end. Usually I get the, I watch the YouTube clips, and you were pretty good type comments. But my guys show me great respect. But for me, they see me as a guy that's trying to impart to them what has been imparted to me, and they respect that, and it's just been fun to be a part of that. Those guys just want to get better, and they want to play ball, and so. We do use it. We do use it in our recruiting, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have to move past all of that, and we're able to do that as a staff because of the experience that we have as a staff and our ability to really impart, what we know and what we've experienced throughout the years, And so, I'm incredibly grateful for the NFL career, that God gave me. 7 years with the Jets. 3 years with Pittsburgh, and being able to finish my career up 2 years with the Panthers is just a really, really blessing altogether, But at the end of the day, I just want to give to the kids what have been given to me.
Coach, do you feel like it is a little bit of an advantage being at a D2 school? Because some would say it's a disadvantage at D2, but do you feel like in any way that you have an advantage with your pedigree, your resume at a D2 school where you can get guys who maybe can't go D1? Oh, and not to mention you're in the upstate of South Carolina, arguably one of the best areas in the Southeast for high school football.
Well, yeah, it can be an advantage if you know how to communicate what you have to offer, who you are, and what you have to offer. It really can. I think the advantage for me is that I started off as a position coach with Carolina. I was the assistant receivers coach there with the Panthers for 3 seasons, and throughout my playing career, from high school all the way throughout my NFL career, 2 decades, of football, I had only 3 losing seasons, and so I got a great chance to see what winning football looks like, what winning coaching looks like. I got a chance to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, and so I know what good looks like, I know what bad looks like, and I know what ugly looks like, and just try to avoid all of the bad and the ugly, and just make sure that, the guys are being coached up and they're given a chance each and every week.
Coach, we have one of our Tolos, Trey Davis, messaging in on the stream. He says, please let Jerricho know that we all know it was a catch. I'll let you go into that a little bit if you want to, but I would love for you to tell me, what's your number one lesson that you end up repeating the most to your guys that you're finding right now is the most impactful?
Well, for me, it's about the person, right? And so the consistent message that I try to communicate with our players is that there'll always be students. They won't always be athletes. So you got to be able to see past the athletics or the athlete part of it, and you got to be working. You got to be working to grow as a learner, right? Because you're always learning. Always be growing in that area, no matter what field or place. So, I tell them, if you want to hold on to the athlete part of it, go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and put former in front of it if you want to hold on to the athlete part of it. But you'll always be a student. You want to always be an athlete. So we just try to prepare them to be professionals. No matter if they're going off to play in the NFL or the USFL. Or they're working in some type of professional field. We want to have them be prepared, and work with urgency and consistency on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, we want to develop them as people. We want them to leave our program as grown men, ready to lead families, ready to contribute to society in a positive way. And so that's the big part for us.
Coach, my last question for you, 2024 Limestone football, what can those in the upstate that need to check Limestone out for the very first time, or maybe those that already do attend those games, what can they expect this new offense, this new team to look like in 2024?
Well, if you want to come out and you want to see a talented group, you want to see a united group, you want to see a focused group, you want to see a fundamentally sound group, a group that's going to bring about a lot of excitement. If you want to come in and be a part of a wonderful environment on game day, definitely come out to join us. Gaffney, they show up. Everybody shows up on game day, man. It's a wonderful environment to be a part of. Tailgating is packed. The fans are just unbelievable. Our parents, everyone just that supports our program, it makes it fun to be a part of. And so, if you want to come out and you want to see, we got a team filled with Division I football players. To be honest, and these guys, they've made a lot of sacrifices to come and play, at our school. And we've had kids from the area, South Carolina area, that want to be a part of our program. They're excited about that, and we're excited to have them. Still more people wanting to come in, and we have to look at all of that. But it is just a fun environment to be a part of. It's a fun team to coach, and we'd love to have you come out and support our program and see what type of environment we have to offer.
Coach, I'm looking at a map right now of teams that have won Division II national championships. And, man, I'm seeing a lot of powerful programs in the Midwest. A lot of the teams in the Southeast that have won D2 national championships, they've moved on. They moved up. Talking about Troy, Jacksonville State. Do you see the power in D2 football hopefully shifting towards the Southeast? I know Lenore Ryan up there in Hickory is becoming a really good program. You guys were 8-4 last year, had yourselves a really good program. Do you see the potential for the power in D2 football, just as it is in Division I football, shifting towards the Southeast?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. We have a lot of great teams down here. And we're in that conversation for sure, and our guys know that, and that's what we're preparing for this year. And we know we got a task ahead of us, but our guys are locked in on trying to hoist that national championship trophy. But we certainly got some good football down here, a lot of competitive programs that have been doing it for a while. You got to give respect to Lenore Ryan. You got to give respect to Wingate in our conference, and Newberry, and a lot of Carson Newman. Way back in the day, they were winning national championships year after year. We got a really good conference. We're playing a really good conference. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're in that conversation now.
He is Jerricho Cotchery, college player at NC State, 11 years in the pros, new head coach, not brand new, but first time we've had you on as head coach of the Limestone University football team. We appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks again for having me.
Absolutely. Great stuff, man.
Yes, absolutely. What a fantastic coach to have in the area. You guys need something to do on a Saturday. You want to go see some great smaller college football? Head up to Gaffney and check out Limestone.